former Everton striker Ellis Sims weighs up representing Jamaica's national team.
I've spoke to my parents a little bit, a few other people, um, but yeah, at the minute it's just concentrating on the club football, and I know the rest will take care of itself. We all know they're three very good nations, so whichever one it is, yeah, it'll be a good experience.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.
If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I really want to thank you guys a lot for the views that you guys have been giving us. But there's one thing that I really don't like, because in the entire month of March, for all the views that we got, only 30% of our viewers subscribe. So if you're new here and you love the content, please do hit that fat red subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever we do post videos. And if you want to follow us on social media, you can do so at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And also, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee. The link is below in the description. So yeah, as you guys heard, Elliss Simms, former Everton striker, now playing for Coventry City in the Championship, basically sat down and had an interview about many parts of his journey so far. But the part that really stood out was when he was asked about the fact that he can represent England, he can represent Jamaica, and he can also represent Poland. And his response, as you guys heard, was, "Hey, I've spoken to my parents about the possibility of playing for all three and what it would mean for them, what it would mean for me. And right now, I'm just focusing on my club career." And yeah, it makes sense. The guy was born in Oldham, England. So he was born and bred in England. So obviously, his first choice would be to represent England. And he would want to take a little time to see where he goes and how his career progresses before choosing whether to represent Jamaica or Poland. So I have no doubts that this guy's mind will be set right on England, which is the right thing, you know. I don't think he's had a Jamaican call up as yet, so the decision hasn't come as yet for him to really make. Whenever that decision comes, then I will judge him accordingly, based on his decision. However, he hasn't had that decision yet, based on what I'm aware of. And the Polish national team, I'm not sure the Polish national team has called him up either. And obviously, England will not or has not called him up right about now. He's just way down in the pecking order as it relates to English strikers. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about which team would suit him best, you know, because he can play, as I said, he can play for England, he can play for Poland, he can play for Jamaica. Obviously, England would be his first choice. In my eyes, I would say maybe Jamaica is his second choice and Poland is his third, but that really just depends on a whole lot of stuff. For example, if he's a guy who just has a Polish background but doesn't really know the Polish culture, or doesn't even know how to speak Polish, then I would definitely say maybe Jamaica is the second choice and Polish should be last, because it's just a whole different atmosphere. If he comes to Jamaica, he can suit in. The language barrier is not that big of a difference. We speak English, you know, so it would be a very simple fitting for him, as opposed to if he were to go to Poland and he doesn't really know the language. Yes, he's a professional footballer, but when you go to represent a national team, you want to feel at home. So it's not the same as a club where you can go and you can adapt like with language style. You want to feel the culture, you want to feel the people, you want to feel that you're a part of one body when you go to represent the national team. So that's the reason, in my opinion, if those are the variables in this situation, that his order would be England, Jamaican national team, and lastly Poland. So I want to start off with the order. So let's start off with Poland then, because if he were to go and represent Poland, he's a striker. And Poland striking options, it might be a good fit for him in terms of like his career and being able to play regularly in a national team, because Robert Lewandowski is coming to the end of it. Sims was born in 2001, which means he's gonna be 23 this year. Yeah, he's gonna be 23 this year if he's not 23 already. So yeah, he would have a very bright future ahead. Poland only have, I think, Lewandowski, they have Piątek, and they also have Milik. But you know, those guys are going to the older section of their career, so they would really be wanting a striker for the future. So that wouldn't be a bad proposition for Ellis Sims. However, there is Jamaica, and our main striker right now is, as you guys know, Mikel Antonio. Shamar Nicholson is there as well, but Shamar Nicholson also, even though I wouldn't say he's getting older, but he's in his prime right now, and there is opportunity to come and grow off him. There's Trevante Stewart, so he's looking to be Jamaica's next. There are a whole lot more young strikers like Sims that are looking to take over when Antonio and Shamar Nicholson's reign are over. So that could be an option for Ellis Sims as well if his career progresses, but he isn't really at that level to break into the England team. I think he's a guy that would just say, hey, he knows where he's at. He just wants to give himself a season or two to see where he really stands, and then he'll make the decision. Um, and for England, I don't really need to explain the England situation. You guys see it. England just always have so much talent coming through, and it's just very hard for any striker to make it in. It's almost just two strikers. And if you're talking about being a regular international player, it's gonna be tough. You know, you're gonna have to be at the very top of the Premier League to be um, being a regular striker. One of those twos or three if they decide to carry three in the team. And it's not like I don't think he's a player that can play out wide, so it adds to that versatility and being able to help him to be selected because he can play in different positions. So I think it will be really tough as a lone striker to be making it in that. I don't put it past him because you never know. Look where Ivan Tony was, look where he came from, and look where he is now. You know, so you never know. But hey, there's just a whole lot of talent to try and beat for the England setup. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit as well about the fact that he's at Coventry, and if you guys know, he's at Coventry where Joel Latibo there and Casey Palmer are Jamaicans and they do represent the national team. So I don't know, maybe we can have Agent Lati and Agent Casey over there talking in his ears. Oh, Father Jamaica, you see me, bro. So you never know, that can be something as well. Casey and Lati telling him, hey, this we have a project building here. Look at this, look at this, look at Mason Greenwood coming here. Mason Greenwood used to be given in the England team, and Mason Greenwood is coming now. So yeah, and Mason is young as well. So there's a whole lot to build off, bro. Just get here, you know. Um, and yeah, he's a former Everton player. He had 12 appearances for them. He scored 1 goal, and so far for Coventry, he's had 39 appearances and scored 12 goals. So not a bad return for a young striker playing in the championship, you know. Yeah, and his play style is it's very unique. You don't see a lot of tall strikers. He's 6'3", so you don't see a lot of tall strikers with that frame who play like how he plays anymore. So he is, when you think of a 6'3" striker, you think of a in the box presence, winning headers, scoring a lot of headers, but he's actually a powerful runner. That's what I get from him. He's a powerful runner. He loves running behind and finish off chances. And he's also an in the box type of striker. He can poach as well. So he can poach with his head, obviously, because he has that tall frame, but he has a whole lot of poachers goals in terms of like with his feet and running in behind. I think that's his main threat, to be honest. His height does help him to like hold up the ball and stuff like, but I think he prefers to be that direct threat, you know. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to update you guys on yet another eligible player for Jamaica who can come and strengthen this team if possible and if needed and if he wants to. So yeah, what that means for Jamaica is just more quality, more players that have been at at a very high level at some point in their career coming in to help out the national team and get Jamaica forward. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Former Everton striker Ellis Sims is eligible to play for Jamaica and also spoke to his parents about the possibility. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please do remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow us at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And if you are so kind, please do buy us a coffee. The link is below in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.